What I'm about to do is a crazy idea. And if this doesn't work out, it's going to destroy my website, which is running my online business. Now, I've been running FluentCRM for close to 5 years now, and I haven't looked back. But yesterday, I saw that they had an update to FluentCRM 3.0. It promises speed, a new dashboard, AI, and so many really cool features. So what I'm going to do today is to install FluentCRM on my live website. This is Divi University. It's my community website. It runs my business. And if this doesn't work out, I am done. Let's experience the new FluentCRM together. So here is the dashboard. So this is the old dashboard. To be honest, now that I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, yeah, it needed an improvement, because it's pretty much been like this for almost 5 years. So what is the new experience? So let's go ahead and install FluentCRM. I'm going to scroll down here to plugins. I'm going to go to install plugins. Now, if you already have it installed, then you can update it this way. But if you don't, of course, you'll have to install it from the actual plugin. So here we have two plugins. We have the free one and the pro. So I'm going to say update. Oh my goodness. I didn't even know what's going to happen here. All right. Okay. I'm going to do an update here as well. Okay. So that was quick. So let's see what happens. Now, remember, this used to be our old dashboard. So I'm really looking forward to a much cleaner dashboard, a much cleaner UI, because come on, this is 5 years in the making. All right, so let's take a look. Okay, it's done now. Do you see that? Let's go to FluentCRM dashboard. I'm going to come over here, click on dashboard. Let's see. It worked. And you know what? It looks much better. Now let's do a quick comparison. If I take a look here, this is what we had before. And I'm sure you can agree with me. Come on. I mean, this new dashboard here is much better, right? It has nice, stats here. We've got colors going on. Whereas before, we didn't have really, colors going on. Here we have complimentary colors delivered, 55,000 emails in the last 30 days. Do you know how much money I've saved with FluentCRM? I used to be on ConvertKit, and I used to pay close to $115 per month. I barely pay $5 per month with these amount of emails that I'm sending out. I mean, to be honest, this is probably one of those products that has really helped my business grow. And it has helped me a lot with the automations, pretty much everything. But anyway, let's take a look at this. So what they have here is also recent campaigns. It's telling me what's been happening here, which is something we didn't have before. Okay, so it's telling me how many emails I sent and so on and so forth. Okay, and here we also have some quick links, which is fantastic. I like that. Here I can quickly change this to, let's say, 60 days. And it's going to show me what's happening, what was happening in the last 60 days, which is pretty cool. Okay, I like this. So yeah, this is a much better improvement. But while I'm working on this, let's bear in mind that FluentCRM claims that this is 10 times faster. So as we're going through this, we need to see if this is absolutely true. All right, so I don't want to go on contacts because then I'll show people's emails, and I don't want to do that. Okay, let's head over to campaigns. Okay, so this is the UI now for campaigns. It's cleaner. I can see that. Let's compare with what we had before. Okay, this is what we had before. And yes, I think this is slightly better. Let's see what we had here on the top. Okay, so on the top here, we don't have the quick links, the navigation, whereas here we have the navigation, recurring campaigns, sequences, templates. Okay, so this has been well thought of because I can easily go into this and then see if I have all my patterns, my templates are all going to be listed here. And you see now it's much easier to find. And I really like that. Okay, this is definitely a positive. Sequences. Okay, do I have any sequences? Yes, I do have some sequences. Recurring, I don't have any recurring campaigns. Okay, so I really like this. It's much easier, and we have a nice button here to click to add a campaign, which is brilliant. All right, so what else do we have? Forms. Okay, these are from FluentCRM. Okay, there isn't much really to talk about here. Automations. I wonder if the automations here has changed. Let's try and add a brand new automation and see how this works. Okay, so we have a pop-up here. So let's say this automation is going to start by someone purchasing something. Okay, so we're going to say order paid, continue. Okay, All right, that's pretty cool. Target products. I'm going to say Divi Mastery 2 and okay, save. All right, so the UI here hasn't really changed because I remember how this looked. But, oh yeah, it has changed because things are looking a bit different here, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to say apply a tag. And yeah, it is really fast. I mean, I can see that, all right? As soon as I click on something, it is just super fast. I think this is one of those moments I can say, you know what? I can see that this is, the speed has increased. Save settings. Okay, brilliant. All right, so it looks like, this is pretty cool. And let's try conditional. Do we have any? Yes, we do have conditional. And add a property. Okay, tags. Let's choose a tag here. So let's say the tag is bot Divi AI, for example. And let's see what it's going to look like. Okay, so here, the only thing I'm going to say is, and this is a small thing, all right, a small complaint. Over here, I mean, the line that's supposed to be here is not very clear. It looks like something is missing, But apart from that, I think it works fine. It's super fast. It's super snappy. If I need to add anything in here, it works fine. But what I'm not sure about is, do we also have conditions inside this branch? So let's say apply the list, and then let's just choose this list here as an example, because this is something that could be really cool. All right. Now, do you see that? In terms of the UI, we can't really see unless we hover. It looks like it's blending with the background. So that's the only thing I can say. And again, like I said, it's a small thing, but we don't have conditions inside the condition, if you know what I mean. So if we could have another condition in here, I think that would be really cool. But so far, I haven't really had a use case for it. I've been using FluentCRM and I've never needed really to have the option for that. I guess it's one of those things which are nice to have, but when you're asked point blank, do you know what you're going to use it for? Well, we're not really sure yet. So here, I think there's a few little updates that need to be done on the UI, on the colors. I think it would be really nice if that could be addressed, and I'm sure that's a very, very easy fix. All right, so what else do we have? Reports. Okay, let's go to reports. Wow. Okay. Now the reports definitely have changed. These are, I think, taking a bit more from FluentCart, because these are now much, much better, much more detailed. Yep. I mean, it's taking a bit from FluentCart, which I really, really like, by the way. So it's now making the products really become uniform, which is a fantastic thing. So over here, this is what we had before on the reports. I mean, do you see how, when you look at this now, this looks really dated, right? Look at that. I mean, what's really going on here, So definitely here we have a lot more information. I'm sure you can see that. If I scroll down here, we have contacts by country. So I can see here on my contacts, I didn't even know this. 842 from the United Kingdom. This is amazing. United States, it's 42. Germany is 14. Wow. I didn't even realize that this was the situation. Oh my goodness. All right. Maybe, I guess, anyway, I can't really say much here. I don't even know why that is. Okay, now we also have a bar graph here as well. By the way, these stats are between 15 April and 14 April, okay? But I really like this. I mean, this looks really nice. Now, we also have emails, abundant carts. If we set it up, we're going to have that as well. Now, what I would like to see, sending email stats. Look at that. So between this time, I can clearly see now that I sent 50,000 emails and delivered. Oh, they all delivered. Look at that, 100% delivery. I mean, FluentCRM is amazing. All right, so clicks. Okay, that's pretty cool. Unsubscribe. Yeah, that's not bad. So the stats are way more detailed. I really, really love this. Before, we didn't have detailed reports like this. Okay, so what else do we have? I'm pretty sure we're going to see more features here. Let's visit the email builder. The email builder. Right, I'm going to come over here to campaigns. And I'm going to say add campaign. We're going to do a brand new one. Now, this here is brand new. So now we have the Gutenberg default as the editor. We also have the classic, the raw HTML, and Visual Builder. Visual Builder, to be honest, when it was released, it was pretty cool, but I didn't really like it, right? So let us see what it feels to work with the Gutenberg email builder. So now it's selected. I'm going to say create campaign. Okay, I need to provide a title. So this is going to be a Mac test. I want to say create campaign. Oh, it's already taken. Okay, test 2. How about that? Let's try again. Okay, right. So this, and I hope I'm going to love this. Okay, this is meant to be a brand new experience. So we're going to explore this because emails, I spend so much time on the emails because this is how I communicate with my community members and my subscribers. All right, so let's add a block. So the first thing you need to notice here is when you click inside, you get this plus button. We also have a plus button here on the top. So let's see, boom. So here, I don't see much unless I say browse all, and then it brings me over here. Okay, which is fine. So let's add a paragraph. Okay, so let's call this is a test paragraph. Okay, so now if we hit enter, the question is what else can we add in here? So I'm going to close this, click on the plus button. So I'm going to scroll down and see what else we have here. Okay, I can add a button. Oh, pretty cool. Anyway, we had this before. So I'm going to say buy now. And now let's see if we can customize this. So with that selected, can I change the colors? Well, this is going to be interesting because I need to see if I can customize this. Okay, what's this? I wish I'd clicked that because right now I was about to say, man, I mean, what's it with this Gutenberg editor? Where are the customizations? Well, I've just found them. So I can always come over here. I can go and say medium, large. Okay, can you see the size is changing? Extra large, okay. Background color, okay, that's not where I want it. So let's go into the button itself. So text, fine. Okay, let's go into the button. There we go. Right, so for the text, I want to make it dark. Okay, nice. Okay, that's pretty cool. I like that. There's also some padding that we can add here as well on the button, which is, so I like the customization here, to be honest. I mean, this is really nice. Okay, let's add something else. What else can we do? We can add another button there. Okay, let's do a Control Z to undo. Okay, now let's add another element in here. This time, why don't we add, oh, we have FluentCart products, single products. Okay, let's try this product. I really like this, by the way. So if you're using FluentCart and you have some product set, it looks like we can just go in and add our products. So this one here, let's call this, let's add this as the course, Divi Mastery course. Okay, let's add this one here. Boom, done. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, so it has its own background. It has its own call to action button. But can we customize this? It looks like we can. Okay, it says show image, show description, show price. Okay, so these are the sort of things that we can go in and remove if we wanted to. Image left, image top. But we can't see the image though. What's going on? Okay, maybe I have to go next. Right, we have A/B testing. Okay, let's call this test subject. Okay, so now we can add more. Now this interface has changed, by the way, because before the A/B testing was different from this. So I really like the way it looks right now. Right, so okay, so we can now prioritize here, which is fine. And pre-email header, I'm gonna leave that as it is. Okay, so what do we do next? Okay, continue to next step. Do you see that? Boom. Provide email subject. Oh, okay. Email subject. But what if we need to add the first name of your subscriber there? Oh, it looks like we have these little brackets here for our shortcode. So I'm going to say first name, and there we go. It's been added. So all I have to do now is to make the first name the first thing and then paste this. Okay, so I really like that. That's a really cool feature. Very easy to find, very easy to add. Now, can I do a preview? Because all I can see here is send test email. I don't want to do that yet. Okay, let's continue and let's see what happens. I would like to see a preview. Do we have a preview? No. Okay, I think we have a problem. Okay, so here we can select our tags. The UI has changed here as well. I think this looks really nice. I can go in here and choose. Let's say this is going to the DVU Plus members. Oh, it tells me I have 560. Interesting. Okay, how about Crafter Pro? Okay, 1095. Okay, let's just pretend it's Crafter Pro. I'm going to say continue. Right, so this is different. This is not how it used to be. So it's giving us our product. But you know what? I don't know why the image is not showing here. I would have loved to see the image of the product here. That would be really, really awesome. So let's see. Unless it shows in the final email. I don't know. Okay, so this is our preview. Okay, it works. It's responsive. Pretty cool. But of course, I'm not going to send the email, okay? Because I don't want to piss off all my subscribers here. Okay, so edit email body. Let's go back. All right, so I think we've just seen that with this product, it's a very good idea, but it is not showing my image. Look at that. Show image on top. It's not showing. You know, it's not showing. Why? But the cool thing is I can change the background to a different color, and I can change the text color and so on, which is pretty cool. I like the idea. This is fantastic. So far, I am loving this. I'm going to delete that. Okay, what else can we add in here? So, why is it adding the button again? Let's go back. So the next thing I'm going to try and add here is, let's see what else we have. We have buttons. We can add an image. Let's see how we add an image. I'm going to click on that. Oh, I can go directly to the media library, which is fantastic. So I'm going to go in here and choose my image. Let's go with this one right here and say add. Why is the button hiding? There we go. All right, so I can add my image, which is pretty cool. If I select it, I can further customize this. Look, the aspect ratio is the original, but I can change it here. Resolution is full. I can change it to medium. Look at that. But let's keep it at full. Okay, so I can add images easily. That's pretty cool. If I click here, I keep clicking on the button, thinking I'm going to add a new item in here. Okay, so now I can click on this button and let's see what else we can add. I can add an image, a heading, a paragraph. So I can add, quite a lot of things here. I can add a code in as well. I can add a list, pre-formatted, a table. That's even awesome. But you know what I'm really interested in here is the write with AI. Let's see if this is going to work. So I have to add something in here, don't I? So how about we go to Div University and choose a bunch of text from one of my products here. All right, so let's just go with this like that. So let's paste it. And then we are going to say generate with AI. Okay, now it's saying invalid X API key. Okay, so we need to connect this with the API key. All right, so I think in order for us to do that, we need to go to settings. And we have a lot more to work, to set up here. So email service, this is already set up. As you can see here, I have Amazon SES. Okay, general settings. What do we have here? Okay, we can sync our data here, user role tag mapping. Okay, that's pretty cool. Smart links, SMS setting. That means FluentCRM can do text messages. This is crazy. Let's see. Enable SMS. Wow. Now we can choose a provider, Twilio, and Amazon end user messaging. Wow. You know those text messages that we normally get? I bought a product from Ridge Wallets and they send me text messages. So that means they're probably using something similar to what FluentCRM is giving us right here. And that is awesome. I'm definitely going to try this on one of my products or my online businesses. Wow. I like this. So if you have a Twilio account, you'd go in, add your Twilio SID token and number. This is something I'd like to try. And if this works flawlessly, and it looks like the setup is very straightforward, this is going to be amazing. Let's see what Amazon is asking for. Okay, so it has my access ID already. So I just need to enter my region. Wow. So this is probably very simple to set up. Pretty cool. Okay. Let's head over to AI configuration because this is where we were. All right. So how many providers can we use here? This is, I think, one of the most important things. So we have Claude, OpenAI, and Gemini. Okay, pretty cool. And then this is where we add our API key, you test your connection, and I'm sure you're pretty good to go. We also have MCP for AI agents, FluentCRM. Okay, so it looks like FluentCRM ships with AI agents tools. Okay, this is something new. I didn't know about this. I might need to look a bit more into this because I'm not sure how that works. Okay, compliance settings. Let's have a look at that. Okay, so there's quite a lot here. I've enabled open email tracking and so on. That's pretty cool. Webhooks. Okay, smart link is still there. Double opt-in settings. So all this is still there, which is really, really cool. I like this. Wow, this is brilliant. Okay, let's go back to our email. So it looks like we have to configure our AI for that feature to work. So we need to go back to our emails, email campaigns. Look at this little icon here. Nice. Okay. So I think we can go back to edit the body again. Right. So here we can generate with AI if we are connected. Okay, that's pretty cool. And we can also choose professional, casual, friendly, urgent. You know, this is really nice. I like this because you know what? I'm one of those people that when it comes to writing emails, sometimes it just takes so long to come up with emails. So in the end, if we are able to use AI in this, this is a game changer. I really, really like this. Imagine there are situations where you may need to send an email twice and you don't want to send the same email twice. And this definitely helps. But you know what? As I'm looking at this, I wonder if we can change the width of this and create a template out of it. So let's see how easy that is. So over here, okay, I'm sure we can do it somewhere here. So let's go to our settings. Oh, this takes us back to our settings. That's not what I want. I noticed also that we have this dark mode. Look at that. Pretty cool. All right. So we have dark and light mode, and we can also set it to system. So over here, so we have plain left, simple box, which is I think what we have right now. If we go into the settings, look at that. My width. I love this. So I can set my width now. Usually I like 840, you know, something like that, because this is a little bit too thin for me. But 840 is definitely what I would like. Content padding is there as well. Margins, typography. Look at that. I can go in here and set my typography. So let's go with this. Font size, medium is fine. Line height, font family, headings. This is pretty cool. I like this. Okay, so our headings color, we can add it here. Our background color as well. Everything can be set, which is pretty nice. I can now set this as a template. But you know what? There's something else I need to see here. Let's say you want to add content, and this content needs to show based on tags. Can we do that? Let's see if we can do that. Let's get rid of the buttons here. I don't think I need them anymore. So we're going to delete that. So let's say this paragraph here is what we need to be read by a group of people. Can we select shift and click? No. Okay, so let's see if we can group this. Can we group this? Okay, so this is a block. How do we do that? Because before I used to be able to do it. And you know what, guys, by the way, we're doing this together, real time, you know? So we are learning together right now. Let's get rid of this and delete. Okay, so after this, if we go in, can we group? Okay, that's what I need. So the first thing you need to do is to group it, okay? So when you say group, that means you can now add conditions. You see conditional visibility? Boom, enable. And then condition type, show if in selected tags, tag. So it only shows in anyone who has bought DVAI. Boom. Right. You see? I love this. And then it also tells us that this is conditional. This is awesome. I love this. You know what? I'm super excited about how easy this is. Of course, there's a little bit of a learning curve. And by the way, if you purchase FluentCRM, I am going to help you learn how to use this. I mean, it's going to be really, really awesome. But I like this. Oh, look at that tag that says conditional. I really like this. So when you click inside it, you can go in, change the conditions, maybe change the tag if you need to. Awesome. Okay. So now it looks like this builder is actually really nice. Let's click here. We can add a quote, pull quote. Okay, we've done the image. And then design wise, we can add columns, we can add separators, spaces, latest posts. Okay, so we can add the latest blog posts. Look at that. So let's say you just want to send, you know, like your blog posts, and you can also customize them here, show posts. Let's say you just want to show one. There we go. We can just show one, and that becomes our email. Wow. I know I'm getting excited, but wow. Okay. We can also add a conditional section from here, by the way. Look at that. So I can start writing in here. Okay, so again, this is a test condition. You know, I don't like typing, but anyway, we got it. So we're gonna come in here, click on the condition. You see, you click here, right, to select it. And then here, you're going to say show if not. Okay, so show if not someone that bought DV5 Mastery. And that'll be the condition. So when they read their emails, they're going to see this content here based on their tag, whether they're in the tag or they are not in the tag. And this is amazing. Wow, I really like this. And there's also this eye icon here. Look at that. Oh, this is where we do a quick preview. Remember, we couldn't find it last time? This is where we do it. Nice, clean. Yes, I like this. Okay, what about this? It removes, you know, all the distractions around. Yeah, there we go. And then we also have the desktop mode. We can also remove the sidebar. Okay, these are little small tweaks, but they add more to the overall look of FluentCRM. I think I like what I'm seeing here. The Gutenberg editor, definitely I'll be using this. And the fact that I can create templates based on this, and it's very easy to create templates, that's a big plus for me. So the Gutenberg editor, thumbs up. When it comes to the SMS, huge thumbs up. I still have to try it though to see how easy it is to set up, but that so far is a big thumbs up. Writing emails with AI is now integrated, 5 thumbs up. Stats, I mean, look at this. I mean, the stats are just much, much better. I love the stats because this is where I want to see how I'm performing, right? I want to see how the business is performing. This is a huge, huge thumbs up. This looks much cleaner, and I can just click on this, and then this takes me to wherever I need to go. Do you see how quick that is? No, this is brilliant, right? This is amazing. So back over here, if I need to go into the campaigns, I can just click on campaigns, active automations, boom, it takes me to the automations. Wow. Back on the dashboard. Okay, what else? Active contacts. This will take me to the active contacts. Overall, this is a huge update. It may not seem like it's a lot. I mean, I've noticed the speed, because this is a huge website, by the way. It's gigs and gigs upon gigs of websites, and I have tabs all over my computer. I mean, I have tabs everywhere, you know, even on my second screen here. So that may also contribute to why this could be a bit slow. But overall, the look of this and the features that I've just mentioned make it a really worthwhile wait for FluentCRM 3.0. I really like this. So I'm sure there's from this point onwards, there's a few things that need to be updated, but the most impressive thing is this was built from the ground up using a new technology. So all in all, FluentCRM team, fantastic job, well done. This is amazing. And I'm going to start now playing around with this. If you want to purchase FluentCRM, the link to that will be in the video description below. And if you purchase it using my affiliate link, I will give you access to the email marketing course, which of course is based on FluentCRM. This has been running my business for 5 years, and I have nothing to complain about. It has been fantastic. Anyway, guys, that's my quick look into, or my first look into FluentCRM 3.0. Thank you very much. Let me know what you think in the comments box below.